Hi guys! In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up decimal symbol for using one click. First, to use one click, we're going to use millimeters unit for designing in SketchUp. And for example, I changed the thickness of this panel to 17.5. So we use the dot for decimal numbers. To set up the correct symbol for this kind of number, go to Windows and find Control Panel. Open it and then go to Clock and Region. Then Region. And in Additional Settings, type in the dot for decimal symbol and a comma for digit grouping symbol. That is the accurate symbol for using one click. After finishing modeling, for some reason we have to change the thickness of the board material. For example, all the items here have got the sheet thickness 17 millimeters. So with one click, select all the items that we want to change and then select Properties. Type in the sheet thickness, for example 18, and then just hit enter, and the thickness of all the part panels is going to be changed into 18. So here we got 18, 18 and 18. So let's see 18 millimeters for sure. I'm going to show you how to use Custom Paths tool to drill holes, grooves. Nesting is going to be faster compared to using the tool of SketchUp. Normally, we often get into the group and then use the tool. For example, draw a circle and then push to make a hole. But with this way, it's going to take longer to run nesting. Instead, we draw a circle on the surface of the panel with the tool of SketchUp and then make group this circle, for example. And when it's selected, select the tool Custom Path and then click on the panel that we need to cut, and from the list select the groove or the hole or the path that we have set up. And for this list, we set up in Setting, go to Groove, and then just set up for the grooves or the holes that we need. For example, I made a hole, a circle, with a cut depth 17 and cutting type pocket. So when we make holes or grooves with this tool, nesting is gonna run faster. Let's see the result. So for holes and grooves, we should use Custom Paths tool. I'm going to show you how to set up to avoid small parts flying off the machine bed. For example, I've got this cabinet. Go to Extensions, one click, and Setting. Then go to Post Processor and select the nesting machine. Then General Parameters. First, we set up the small part definition. For example, an edge with a length of 200 millimeters is considered a small part. Small part spacing is the spacing between the small parts. Tab thickness and tab length. A very small part of the panel is kept so that it will not fly off when being cut. Next, it's lost cut feed rate and this deceleration segment. For example, the last part with a length 50 millimeters of a panel is cut with a last cut feed rate 5000. So it means that the CNC router is going to slow down before it finishes cutting that panel. We can select counterclockwise or the other way around for cutting direction. Start position. Instead of beginning cutting from the corner, the bit starts cutting at the position 50 millimeters from the corner. And last cut thickness, for example, 1.5 millimeters. So if I type in 1.5, it means the CNC router is going to cut twice on a panel. Now let's see, we're going to do nesting. The software has already optimized nesting, especially for small parts, but in Optimizer, we can also adjust the properties. The numbers show the order of cutting. We can number it again. Oh, this is the start position and the direction of cutting. We can also change that with the tool properties here. For example, here, we can select another starting cutting point or select cutting direction. So besides setup for nesting, we can also adjust nesting ourselves to avoid flying off panels. For a project with a lot of items, it's gonna take very much time to do nesting, but we can set up for faster nesting. Go to Extensions, one-click and Setting, then select Post Processor and select the nesting machine. In General Parameters, we set up the maximum part quantity is about 300. So for one file, the maximum parts is gonna be 300 because the computer is gonna operate calculations for the best outcome. So the maximum part quantity shouldn't be too big. Then nesting is gonna run faster. For the frames or the DC that are not one-click components, we still can use one-click tools to work on that. For example, this cabinet, select it and then explode it. And after that, I can use one-click tools for it. Select the cabinet, for example, Auto Generate Connector. Select the type as well, edge banding, and create groove. Hit execute. And then here is the result. And for some other frames, for example, I use another software to create these connectors. Select the whole cabinet and then select the tool Cleaning to clear all the properties belonging to that cabinet. And then we can use one-click tools, also Auto Generate Connector. Select the type and then hit execute and everything is done. Here is the cabinet connector that I have made.